Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Okay, ready? 60
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Back to Walker on 1st down. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The Seahawks at 9-1 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on
end zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his 1st. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now a handoff up the middle. Barnett, and some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett, and the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2nd and 11. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Back to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates! Buffalo 18!
Lockett the man in motion. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, we're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Back him 60.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Not wasting time, going right back to DK Metcalf. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now it's Lockett. $13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
19 right. Come 19. Come 19.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 69 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an outside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Here's a 2nd and 7. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And some space here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, 50 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. Second and 5. And he lost the football. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off, Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll drop the throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead,
so after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Hot 70, hot 70.
And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
70, Timberwolves. Go street.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. They've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle.
Let's go now.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long.
Right here. Panther 11. Panther 11. Big Lion.
They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Noah Fant, 77 yards.
And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and they are also...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle,
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Off the RPO, he completes it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Block it in motion right. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's caught. Block it. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 61 yards.
And the Seahawks are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cougar 19. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. When was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Ready.
Up the middle they go. Barnett.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth.
Let's go.
2nd and 8 coming up.
38. Let's go.
Back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you...
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. No one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football.
Those defensive coaches, that wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.